Happy Friday, Boalia Desmond here. Thank you for tuning in. So it is Celebration Friday. So what can we celebrate you about? What can we celebrate for you? What did you do that moved you closer to your goals? What did you drink more water this week? Did you start something new? Did you try something new for the first time? Or what did you do? Did you wake up happy every single day? What did you do to celebrate you? Because you know what? You are worth celebrating. So I titled my message today, It May Be Time for an Identity Shift. You know, we talk so often about identity because you know what? When you think about it, the reasons we are where we are today in our lives is because of something that we've identified to be who we are. So for example, right? I always say I'm an athlete. I'm a runner. Right, that I identified to be a runner, right? So nobody can tell me that I can't run, because guess what? I have identified myself as a runner. So that comes easy. It's something that, you know, if I have an opportunity to run, I'm gonna run because that's who I identified myself with. I also identify myself as an athlete. Therefore, I can cross train. I'm not afraid to try new things when it comes to athletics, when it comes to working out, because I have identified myself as an athlete. So what about you? Think about it if you're a smoker, right? Most smokers say I'm a smoker, right? So if you offer a smoker a cigarette, of course they're going to say yes to it because that's who they identify themselves as. So for example, if a smoker has quit smoking, or they can say, you know, I'm a smoker who just quits every three months, or, you know, I'm a smoker who's tried to quit. If they get offered that cigarette, they're going to take that cigarette because they've identified themselves as somebody who quits often, right? And they know they can go back to it and back and forth and so forth. So very important on who you have taken, what identity you have attached to yourself that you have started to believe that you now live out. So for example, think about yourself as in terms of finances. Are you struggling financially, or do you find that you struggle financially? What is your identity on finances? What is your identity on success? If you have trouble succeeding at things, maybe you try things all the time, but you just kind of, they don't always work out, or they work out for a little bit and then they don't, because you might have identified yourself as somebody who, you know, oh, I can never accomplish such and such, or I could never do that, or, you know, we're always broke, we're always struggling financially. You've identified yourself as somebody that's always struggling financially. Therefore, you're not able to receive. When somebody gives you maybe an idea, or somebody gives you a compliment, or somebody says something to you that's opposite of what you believe, you can't identify with that. Therefore, you struggle, you know, until you change your identity, until you change who you see in the mirror. You're always going to struggle. You know, master who you want to become, master who you want to identify yourself to be. And then that's the way that you're going to make the changes, because when it hits your mind, but then it goes to your heart, you're going to be willing to make those changes, because now it's finally something that you see. It's something that you can identify with. It's something that you believe to be true. So therefore you can make the changes, and you can accept that, and then receive the success and the results that you want. So I hope this makes sense. Who, when you look in the mirror, do you identify yourself to be? Be very careful in the words that you use towards yourself, because those are the words that you have come to know as the person that you are. And therefore you cannot receive when somebody gives you the opposite of what you believe to be true. Nobody can change that but you. So if that is you, and you have been struggling in some areas of your life, it's time to take a hard look. Find out what it is that you have identified yourself to be in that area, and make that identity shift, and you'll start to see results happen for yourself. So I thank you for tuning in today, and I will see you tomorrow.